Hi everybody, this is a very short lesson on vocabulary from the N400. We're going to cover the questions in your packet that are numbered 68 to 73, and these questions are all related to moral character. Let's look at the vocabulary. The first word is drunkard, drunkard, and this means a person who is addicted to alcohol. A person who drinks alcohol until it makes them sick. Here's an example sentence. Addiction to alcohol is a very old problem. Drunkard is an old word for a person with this problem. Today, we would call them an alcoholic. For another example, we can say, alcohol is a serious problem for some people. A drunkard, an alcoholic, may have trouble keeping their job, paying their bills, or taking care of their family. The next word is habitual, and this means something which is repeated a lot or something which continues over a long period of time. If we look at two examples here, we can say in the US, the habitual greeting is a warm handshake. That just means the normal greeting, the greeting that's repeated every day is a warm handshake. For our second example here, Pablo's habitual greeting was a fist bump. So this is not a handshake, but for that guy, for Pablo, this is how he likes to say hello. We have a picture of a classroom here, and you can see that the chair is empty. My example is Carolina's habitual absences caused her to fail the class. So you can imagine that if someone has habitual absences, that means that they're absent many times, their absences are repeated, and that's kind of logical that results in failing the class. So we have habitual absences. My daughter brightens my day with her habitual smile. So if I have a child that smiles all the time, I would call that a habitual smile. Now, getting closer to the examples in the N400, this word goes together with drunkard. So the example is, if you are a habitual drunkard, you probably have many problems in your life. So this is someone who drinks alcohol all the time, or drinks alcohol in a problematic way all the time. Our next example is gamble. Gamble means to play games that have money as a prize for the winner, or to play games for money. I can say, my friends play poker on the weekends, but I don't go with them. I don't have money for gambling. Sometimes people gamble based on sports games too, and that's why I have this picture of football here. So when people gamble based on sports, they usually, talk to a friend and say, if this team wins, I'll pay you, and if the other team wins, you have to pay me. Let's see here. Oh, Las Vegas is famous for gambling. Here's another example. For many years, Las Vegas was the only place in the US that you could gamble legally. And that's true. The state of Nevada and Las Vegas had some special laws that made it legal to gamble there. If you gamble and win a lot of money, you usually have to pay some taxes on that. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Many types of gambling are legal in the United States now. However, when money is involved, often you have to pay taxes. So gambling without paying taxes is usually illegal. Our next word is support. Support means to help and take care of someone. And in this situation of the N400, it usually means to provide money for food and housing and clothes. So In this example of this cute little family here, I can say David is a good guy and he works hard to support his wife and daughter. So he takes the money from his job and he uses it to buy food and housing and all the things that they need. Some families are different. For example, Jeff doesn't live with his kids right now, but he still supports them. So if your family is separated for some reason, you still have a responsibility, to support and take care of your kids. So this guy is sending a check in the mail to his family. Our next word is alimony. Alimony is a very specific case. This might not apply to you, but this is important for people who are divorced. So after a divorce, if the law requires one ex-spouse to pay money to support the other ex-spouse, this is alimony. So, for example, after his divorce, Matthew paid alimony for 5 years. That's kind of a normal time period. Usually it will be the husband or the ex-husband who pays to their ex-wife, and they usually pay alimony for a period of time. In this example, Jerry pays $500 a month in child support and $500 a month in alimony. And so he must be divorced if he's paying alimony, and so he's supporting his ex-wife, he's supporting his children. Those are the words that you need to know. There's about 5 new words. Let's review. The first one is support, gamble, alimony, drunkard, and habitual. So if you want to see how these words look in the actual N400, here are some example questions. You may see these words in questions like this. Have you ever gambled illegally? And for most people, the answer is no. If you have gambled, but you have done it in a legal place, then that's no problem. The answer to this question is still no. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? So this question is asking if you have a problem with alcohol. For most people, the answer is no. If you have a question about this, I would ask a professional while you're filling out your papers what is their advice about how to answer this question on the N400. Do you support your children? Obviously, that's part of your moral character to take responsibility and support your children and your family. Have you ever failed to support your children? And this is especially if you have a legal obligation to pay child support, then that's really important to have all taken care of when you apply for citizenship. And the final one, have you ever failed to pay alimony? Again, if you have a legal obligation to pay this money, then they're going to ask in the interview, are you paying that? Have you ever had any problems with that? So these are some questions about moral character. I hope that's clear, and we can talk about this. Well, actually, after this, you're going to watch a video where you'll see this part of the interview with a few different people, and we can talk more about this in class if you like. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.